My name is Jack McNeil of Baseball Central, and I'm here tonight with great sadness and regret that former Major League pitcher, former top Atlanta Braves prospect Tommy Hanson, who earlier tonight was in a coma in an Atlanta area hospital. According to Zach Klein, he's been updating the world all night. He said earlier tonight, Tommy Hanson suffered a catastrophic organ failure. Quote, "We need prayers, we need to wake him up." And Zach Klein, same reporter, recently tweeted that former Braves pitcher Tommy Hanson has passed away. He was 29. First off, thoughts and prayers to his family, but I wanted to bring in someone named Brandon Bond, who judging by picture, I believe was a tattoo artist for Tommy, or was seen in the same picture at least. And he tweeted earlier tonight that not only the Twitter trolls need to chill about Tommy Hanson, he was not a drug overdose, or it was not a drug overdose, his organs failed, and the cause is unknown. He also noted it was a medical issue. Very scary morning. He said, "Family is only asking for prayers and privacy." And this is a tweet that I really wanted to bring up. He said, "He's Uncle Tommy to my son and one of my best friends in the world. He's surrounded by a huge family and is loved deeply by all of us." Now, of course, when something tragic like this happens, or you hear, organ failure, 29-year-old, people are always going to assume the worst was to have anything to do with one thing or the other. And we don't know the details. Right now, it appears it was natural, and no one knows why. But it's a very, very sad situation. And I wanted to read that last tweet because I think so many times baseball fans think about players in a purely statistical standpoint. Tommy Hanson, who was he as a player? Was he the guy who more recently had been struggling to get back in the major leagues? Was he the guy who finished third in Rookie of the Year? Was he the top Braves prospect, before ending up being traded for Jordan Walden, going to the Los Angeles Angels, going to the Rangers, to the White Sox, and the Giants? He will most likely be remembered more so as a Brave. Of course, he was a top prospect. He was a very promising young starter for the Braves. Had a solid career with the Braves, and to see this happen, though, it's so easy to focus on the player versus the person, and I think for a fan, it's going to be hard to know too much about him as a person outside of just hearing stories. So I wanted to read that tweet just to give you an idea. He was Uncle Tommy to Brandon, and he is one of his best friends and has a big family, all rooting for him. Unfortunately, Tommy Hanson has reportedly died earlier this evening. Again, a terrible situation and very sad to report on, but thoughts and prayers to his family. He had a very solid career. He was a top pitching prospect for the Braves and had a great career there. Again, finished third in Rookie of the Year voting and made his way across the country playing for several different teams. His last team he played with was with the Giants, and he agreed to a minor league contract there. Again tonight, it has been reported that he has passed away. 29 years old, Tommy Hanson. Thanks for listening, and again, this is not something that I take lightly. It is a very sad story, and we simply wish the best for his family. Thoughts and prayers there to family, friends, extended family, anyone who's ever crossed paths with Tommy. Players, teams, fans of teams. It is a very bad way to start the offseason. It's very tragic at 29 for something like this to happen. There's not much you can say. So it's important that we pay tribute to his life. It's important that we recognize what he did on and off the field. And it's important that we don't forget Tommy Hanson. Rest in peace, Tommy Hanson.